Welcome everybody to the Lotridge Brake Pedals Arca series as we start the round of 12 in the playoffs this season. We are at Richmond International Speedway tonight for don't know how many laps, probably 100 and something. Let's see. Uh, yeah, 133 laps here. Right now, Jonathan Cofield with the top spot. Everybody kind of had a points reset. Jonathan Cofield with his 2 wins is going to give him 2 bonus points. And Garrett Kinder, Jesse Necula, Josh Oswald, and William Griffith tied for second place with 1401 points. And then Eric Burkhalter, Charles Stevens, Adam Lang, Mickey Isaac, Brandon Wallace, Brandon Pollock, and Tyler Rice round out the rest of the field. So 12 drivers left. We're going to, in 2 races, going to set the top 8 drivers. So we're going to see probably a lot of movement there if pretty much everybody is still in it. So definitely not out of it. If you're still in it, you still tonight's going to be a good chance for somebody to make some moves and maybe get a win. Go ahead and lock themselves in. Let's go ahead and get to the grid as we see Jonathan Cofield on the pole. He is a Chuck Peg Leg Pole Award winner. Congratulations to Jonathan Cofield. Jesse Necula starting second. Josh Oswald starting third. Charles Stevens starting fourth. Jonah Colbert starting fifth. And Tracy Passon starting sixth. Seventh, William Griffith. Tyler Rice, eighth. Adam Lang, ninth. Greg Barnett, 10th. Chuck Pegleg Phelps, 11th. Eric Burkhalter, 12th. 13th, Mickey Isaac. 14th, Brandon Pollock. 15th, Brandon Wallace. 16th, Jason Lotridge. 17th, Aaron Johnson. 18th, Jason Warren. 19th, Garrett Kinder. 20th, Logan Surgeon. 21st, Stephen McDonald. 22nd, Aaron Adcock. 23rd, Kyle Roberts. 24th, Stephen Gibson. 25th, Colton Lanford. And 26th, Phil Hitman Monzo. Because we'll remind you of this little in-race deal. It's almost over. Got Logan Sturgeon leading by quite a bit. Just needs one more win over Jason Lotridge to take home the battle between these two. Been a lot of fun, so we'll see who can take it home. If Logan can get that taken care of tonight. The grid as on the track, everybody's getting ready to roll out. So what do I expect out of this this race tonight? Tire wear won't be a huge issue, but you still need to take care of your tires. 133 laps means that you have a lot of time to think about if you're starting towards the back. You got plenty of time to make it up to the front. Most likely going to be very few cautions. I hate to say that, but usually at Richmond, cautions are pretty rare. So be on the lookout for some long green flag runs. So green flag pit stops are going to be important. Jonathan Cofield, man, I tell you what, he has definitely come on strong. A lot of fights with Andy Kurtz, but Andy Kurtz running a part-time schedule. Cofield is really taking the reins of this series and doing what he needs to do even tonight, taking the pole. Got Matt Teller, Kevin Kinder, Ratchet Miller in chat. Good to see y'all. Rolling on over from the Xfinity race. Richmond at night, tire wear just not a huge issue. A lot of times it's a big deal, but these cars with their horsepower able to really drive off the right rear should be pretty simple to keep that right front from burning off. I think early on just need to be careful that you don't get too loose Easy to spin those rear tires, so keep those tires under you, and you'll be good to go. We're getting ready to go green, 133 laps. Cofield going to lead us down. And green flag is out. You'll see that top side be able to work a little bit. It's going to take a lot of pedal, a lot of effort to make that top side work. Everybody will be trying to fight for the bottom, but top side will work if you do it just right, especially in 3 and 4, as you're able to sort of get a better run off the top side in the corner. We'll see Cofield get a little bit loose there off the corner, already trying to put down some fast laps. He was about he was about 5/10 faster than anybody else that last lap, and you can tell by how sideways he got there. A little bit of a scare, almost spins it out on the front stretch. Maybe that's always a good wake-up call to maybe, you know what, maybe I should back it down a little bit. So far, so good. Got a battle for fifth there as William Griffin goes around. Jonah Colbert in the 31, and now Adam Lang looking to follow along. Well, these cars look good on the track. That 88 Dirty Mo car looks good. Well, Tracy Passon's in the race tonight in the 91 Haviland car. Don't see him in the Arca series too much, I don't believe. So it's good to see him on track. Couple fellers on the move. Got Aaron Adcock starting 22nd. His way up to the top 15 as of now. Making some moves, getting going to the inside of 75 of Chuck Pegleg. Not able to make that move just yet. Definitely tell how easy on the throttle he's being as he is. Got Jason Warren to the outside. Richmond's, whoa, we got a big wreck. Mickey Isaac and Brandon Pollock get together as, man, we got guys just plowing in. Colton Lamford, Stephen Gibson, no brakes at all. Arca breaking it through there. And caution is out. Those two getting together on the front stretch. It looks like Jason Lotridge wrecked as well. Let's go back and check out what happened to Jason. Oh, poor Jason with nowhere to go there. Yeah, it looks like Mickey Isaac can we back it up a little bit. See Brandon Pollock way up out of the groove. He's going to start to push off the corner right here and really have to put a whole lot of wheel into it when he does. Comes down, everything's good, and just keeps coming down and just misjudged it looked like, in the 01. And then, man, Jason Warren plows in the back of Brandon Pollock. Brandon Wallace plows into the 01. And pretty scary deal. You see Logan Surgeon going by there with Jason Lotridge involved in that, so big shake-up in that little battle. So early caution on lap 10 as two cars kind of get together. Just an odd situation there. It's always odd when you wreck on a straightaway. That's such a weird place to have contact. It makes sense in the corners, but on a straightaway, it's just a weird way. It's weird to see people wreck on the straightaway, but it happens. Brandon just trying to keep it out of the wall. Not a good feel for what was around him. Maybe running too much Talladega this week. What I was going to say about Richmond is a particular short track. You know, it's hard to say that it's a real short track. It just doesn't feel like one at all. You know, there is some banking, and it just it kind of makes your car feel like it's on rails. You go down in the corner as we get back to going green. I'll show you what I mean, but it's almost like it just kind of, the car drives down in the corner, able to get set, and you just kind of let the car do its thing. You drive into the bottom, let it roll as long as you can, get back on the throttle. Don't try too hard or you'll push up out of the groove. Really fun track. It just feels faster than most short tracks, so that's why I have a hard time calling it a short track. But probably one of my favorite tracks, that's for sure. This car track combo is probably one of the best. As it'll be difficult to drive. You have to be careful off the corner to not give it too much throttle. Let the car roll. Don't really need to put that much wheel into it. The car, like I said, pretty much drives itself. Lights are off on the pace car, getting ready to go back green. Still a long way to go. We're a 10th of the way through this race. And I kind of jinxed it by saying that we probably not going to have that many cautions, and we wrecked on the straightaway. So who knows? Who knows? Pace car pulls off. Cofield's going to have control of the race. Stomps on the throttle. Gets a pretty good little jump there on Jesse Nectoa. Jesse should be able to get there right behind him, and he does. We'll actually go on board with Jesse. Looks like maybe he's got somebody on the outside. Looks like Griff on the outside. Go on board with Cofield. And I'll show you what I was talking about. Just won't see that much steering input. A lot of brake to turn the car here. Just a little bit to get the car in 1 and 2. And that tape stays right at the top. And then same thing in 3 and 4. You won't see that much steering. Just a little bit, and back on the throttle, counter steer off the corner, keep the rear tires under you, and that's a pretty fast lap. So, got a battle for second though. William Griffith trying to make that top side work early on. That's another thing specific to Richmond, is you can really make that top side work. You just really have to work. See Garrett Kendrick get a little bit loose there. We'll see that most of the night. But there's a good amount of grip on the outside. You really can make it work. You just have to. It's very, very. It's like performing heart surgery trying to make the top side work, especially off of turn 2, man. Look how close he got to the wall there coming off the corner. 3 and 4 is nice. It really opens up into the straightaway. You get a nice run here off the corner. You know, you see William Griffith able to make that work. I've seen sometimes you can get up there and run the high line in 3 and 4 and actually do okay. The bottom line's still where you want to be, but if you ever needed to use it, it'll work. 1 and 2 you really can't. Turn 2 comes at you quick, and you have to be careful. But Griff showing a lot of strength early on. 5 spots from where he started. Finds himself in the second place. Another big mover. We saw him sideways a minute ago. He feels right at home there. Is Garrett Kinder in 9th. Started 19th. Won the Xfinity race at Bristol a little bit earlier tonight and punched his ticket into the Final Four. It's going to be really exciting to see how that plays out. go back here and check this. We got a big group of guys back here. You got the number 75 of Chuck Pegleg Phelps. You got Stephen Gibson and 71, which I don't know who 71 is. I don't have a 71 on my list. I'm assuming it's Aaron Johnson, but I have no idea. Saw Jason Warren involved in that last little incident. Had to go in and get a fast repair. We do have one fast repair tonight. It's probably 2 or 3 sets of tires. I don't get to see the sets of tires unless somebody tells me. Man, what a great battle that's going on right here. Almost like they're racing Talladega or Daytona. Clicking through cameras. They're all named weird things, and so, oh God. Well, Jason Warren definitely dead behind the eyes tonight. Sometimes you look that way when you got 8 kids. But a really good battle back here. Oh, and right as I say something, Colton Lanford gets into the wall. That's not good in this car, and I don't know what he's doing, trying to get back down to the bottom. Right in front of Aaron Johnson. Scary move there. That's a good way to get dumped. Aaron Johnson could go through there in turn 1. Oh, Colton Lanford going to come back to the inside. Not quite enough. These Arca cars don't like to get up against the wall like that, so he may have some pretty good little bit of damage. You can see that right side kind of goofed up. Go check up front. Cofield continuing this trend of dominating races. Already out to 2.2 seconds on Josh Oswald, who has been able to pass William Griffith for second place. Let's go check out Kinder Farm Ranch Wreckage Rewind as we watch the pass for second place. See them both get really loose off the corner, really putting that throttle down, those rear tires spinning, and going to have the preferred groove into 1 and 2, able to make that pass. So Josh Oswald up to second place. Oh, Colton Lanford has gone around. Colton Lanford, Phil Hitman Monzo, Brandon Pollock involved. We saw Colton Lanford get into the wall a little bit earlier, and looks like he has some pretty severe left front damage, if not a flat. You see that left front kind of dragging on the ground there. Let's go back and see what happened. Oh, good grief. Go back and watch that again as see Colton Lanford get a little bit loose. Jason Lotridge goes down low, enters in the corner low, and basically just slides up into Colton Lanford. So Lotridge brake pedals on display there as just drives right into the side of the 25. If you got money down on Logan Surgeon, you got to feel pretty good about that. So Lotridge having a tough night so far. But pit road is wide open as everybody coming down pit road to get their stops. We've been about 33 laps in. Decided to come on down pit road. Well, no surprise here other than him taking maybe 2 tires. But Mr. No Tires, William Griffith, going to stay out here. 34 laps on those tires. You can definitely tell they were starting to get a little bit of worn. A little surprising that he would make that call. Maybe saving a set, but he is going to be in a world of hurt as they go back green. Not really sure if I agree with that decision. Yeah, it just seems like that's going to hurt, especially if we go long green flag run here. Jason Warren comes in and takes 2, so he's able to make up quite a few spots. He last pitted on that caution on lap 9, so he's going to have probably about 21 laps on his left sides. Those left sides, man, they make a difference, especially at this track. We'll see how it plays out, though. I'll be interested to see no tires, 2 tires, and how 4 tires really shape up. Well, we got the 1 to green. What I expect here on this restart is I expect Griff to get out a little bit. I expect Cofield to probably scoot through these 2 pretty quick. But I'd be excited if I was wrong. I'd love to see differing tire strategies work out. You know, in real life, sometimes they bring a really, really hard tire that doesn't really wear. And don't really see that much tire fall off, but in iRacing, their model is pretty abrasive. Griff gets a nice start. The camera changes at the worst possible time. But man, may have 3 wide back here. Jason Warren and Jonathan Cofield side by side for 2nd place. Cofield going to go down to the bottom. Jason Warren going to fight though on the outside. They'll see how those tires work. And, ooh, gets a real loose for Jason Warren. He's going to lose a ton of spots. Those 2 tires historically will make it loose. And Cofield right on the back bumper of the 12 should make pretty quick work of him. Going to have to go. Going to have some guys behind him. You see just how much difference tires make, especially 30 laps. Cofield gets a huge run there. Looks down to the bottom. Not quite able to make the pass just yet, but he gets to the inside, comes off the corner. His tires get up to temperature. That grip level gets to optimal contact patch. And boom, there goes 153. He's gone. So we'll see. We already saw Jason Warren. Oh my goodness. Well, grief. That was a vicious hit there by the 12. I don't even know what happened. Wanted to see how he's going to do on no tires, and hell, he ain't got no front tires no more. Oh, my goodness. Almost backs into Kyle Roberts. No steering on that 12 car. My goodness. That was a hard lick. Let's go back and see what happened there. Kinder Farmer Ranch Wreckage Rewind. And that is... comes off a little bit high. You can see he's trying to keep it off the wall. And gets it grabbed up to the wall and jerks it off the wall. And down into the inside. You got to be real careful when you get stuck like that. You got to kind of ease it off the wall. And you see he kind of rips that wheel to the left, and once it releases, that car shoots down to the inside. Man, that was a tough lick. Ain't got no gas in it. That's right. Was Griff able to get back to the pit road? Looks like he's gonna just really struggling to get into pit road. He's gonna have to use the wall to hard to do with no tires, and he's definitely plowing right now. Hey, Fast Repair got new tires, new suspension, probably a new motor, new radiator, and good as new. But gonna be a lap down or so. Probably be able to get it back with enough patience, but gonna be behind the 8 ball now. And if I had to guess what happened there, I mean, honestly, he just gets kind of stuck to the wall, but he was pushing it pretty hard. You see somebody with new tires go by you. They kind of start to head off. You kind of maybe see if I can keep up with them on these old tires and maybe put a little bit too much throttle in it. So tough to see that, but... you know, not making a good case for staying out and not taking tires. Neither Jason Warren or Griff. If that was a color on a roulette wheel, I'm just going home. Of course, you know, Jason Warren is good. The difference for him with the 2 tires, it's always going to be looser because you have brand new right sides. They're going to be cold. Then you've got left sides that are worn and hot. And so it's an odd combination as you try to get the tires up to speed. So he was, that loose condition definitely showed up because of that. But I'll be interested to see how he's able to hang on here. Because I don't think 2 tires is actually that bad a call. Most of the time at Richmond, you do a tire run, you get you look at your tires that you took off, and they'll be in the 90s still, low 90s, 92, 93 sometimes. This track doesn't really wear the tires out that much. So be interested to see how he fares from here on out. Jonathan Cofield blinks out. Cofield gets a good start again, doing what he needs to do to maintain that lead. Now the battle's on between Jonah Colbert and Josh Oswald. Oswald getting really wide there. Has to check up a little bit. That's going to give a little edge there to the 31. But Oswald fighting hard on the outside. That outside in 3 and 4 is pretty strong, but I think Jonah's going to get him right here. As 1 and 2 is Oswald may try for a little crossover, but not able to get back to it. So move Jonah up to 2nd place. And our battle between, oh, caution is out. Logan Sturgeon goes around. Uh-oh. Car looks like it's still going fine. Let's go back and see what happened to him. Just gets flat run over by Colton Lanford. Colton may have somebody on his bumper. Let's go back and analyze it. It's hard to say. It kind of looks like no, it looks like maybe Logan may have had to lift or something. Felt like he was going to get into the wall or something because he definitely slows up a little bit. But either way, Lanford not making a lot of friends out there. He's been involved in almost every incident. We're under caution yet again. I pretty much jinxed us by saying that Richmond goes green flag most of the way. Or most of the time have very few cautions, and we are probably on caution 4 at this point. We're only on lap 48. Right now, if you got your money on Jason Lotridge, you'd be happy to see that after that, Logan in 21st and Jason in 16th. Well, we got to give out the best paint of the night. And there are a lot of folks to give that out to. It's hard to say who it'll be. We'll give that out later in the race when I've had time to see pretty much the whole field and make my decision, but there's a lot of good-looking cars. A lot of potential nominees. Well, this is definitely the longest caution of my life. I don't know what is going on. Officials having a hard time. Should get the one to go here and get back to racing. All right, over 80 laps to go still. These things will click off quick. Jonathan Cofield going to lead us down for another restart. Green flag is out. Gets a pretty good jumping over. Somebody goes into the wall. Again, we're wrecking before the start-finish line. Big wreck. Jason Lotridge involved. Stephen Gibson. Mickey Isaac, Eric Burkhalter, and Charles Stevens Jr. are all involved in that. Tyler Rice got a little piece of that too. As my goodness. What in the world happened there? See, it looked like it started around Jason Warren and Charles Stevens Jr. See if we can figure out what happened here. We'll watch from the 88 car. Like a little bit of, it's kind of why you want to stay tucked up and stay tight for a restart, because you don't want this to happen. What you're going to see is the 32 right in front of him kind of gassing it up, getting ready for the restart. And then Charles is going to scoot up there as well, and then everything just kind of a chain reaction there. We'll actually let's go in on board so I can highlight that a little bit. It's hard to see because it looks like, well, why didn't he just see? He can't really see. All he can see is what Jason Warren is showing him, basically. So he thought maybe they were going, and then gets run over from behind. So just a big, big mess out there. Tyler Rice going to get the wave around. Ratchet Miller says, Eddie, you feeling okay? Yeah, I think so. Maybe a little disappointment out there. I missed the Xfinity race tonight. Was fighting to try to get into the Final Four, and had a dinner date that ran a little bit longer than we thought, and ended up having to miss that race. So missed a shot at winning a championship. So maybe a little bit of disappointment in my voice, but I'll try to pretend like I'm not disappointed. Get this energy level back up. It's also really late. It's 10:41 where I am, so pretty tired. I'm just saving all my energy for the last few laps. Might be a little bit more energetic if we weren't under caution so much. I'm just surprised that we can't get any more green flag racing. Love to see how some of this would play out, but man, it has been a rough one so far. Well, the old commish Brandon Wallace gonna have a lot to look at after this race. All right, getting ready to go green. We'll do a little bit of crank it up on this restart and try to get it in there quick before the wreck happens. Cofield gets out to a nice little jump here, setting down some really, really fast lap times. So he is trying to set sail here on the field. Jonah Colbert trying to keep him in arm's reach. Adam Lang finds himself up in a third position. Man, it's moved up 6 spots. He is comfortably sitting inside the playoffs, inside that top 8 right here. You know, something about Adam, man, if he could ever just finish a race, it just seems like he always has something go wrong, either his doing or something, you know, someone else has something to do with it. But, man, if he can just get to the finish of one of these races, he is always a threat to win one. Just got to minimize mistakes. If you can ever knock those mistakes out, he's a dangerous fellow. Checking this battle out between 23 of Aaron Adcock and 13 of Garrett Kinder. And Jason Warren right behind him. Garrett Kinder does come out on top. Trying to follow Aaron Johnson, who's also started in the back, making his way towards the front. Aaron Johnson, a short track ringer. We'll see Garrett Kinder in his natural habitat, sliding the right rear out from under him. Aaron Johnson, a short track ringer. Put him on a short track, man. He is extremely fast. Knows how to get around here, especially in a super late or a tour mod. Dude is quick. So, man, look at Josh Oswald. Guys are pushing these cars extremely hard, trying to make their way through the field. Jason Warren peeking down to the inside of Aaron Adcock. Backs out of it. Jason Warren still on those old left side tires. Kyle Roberts is looking down the inside. Definitely doesn't like two tires is the call, which makes sense just because of the way this track runs. All four tires are doing work. Josh Oswald trying to clear Jesse Necula. He's got Aaron Johnson in that 71 Realtree Chevrolet coming behind him. There's good racing going on all over the track. Go back here. Colton Lanford, Jason Lotridge. You see that 26 Logan Surgeon right in front of Jason. But Lotridge has his hands full as got Colton Lanford on his outside. Right behind him is Greg Barnett and Mickey Isaac. Oh, Mickey Isaac and Barnett touch a little bit. Really scary moment for those two, but they're able to keep it together. That's what you love to see. You want to see guys beating and banging, but able to keep the car straight. It's really hard in iRacing. iRacing just has a weird physics model sometimes where you lean on somebody, give them a little bumper or something, they're pretty much always going to spin out. It's really, really hard to save these cars, so good job by those guys. Old Barnett drives it deep into the corner. Watching this battle, I don't have a live update for the points, but I'll remind you who is in the playoffs. Jonathan Cofield, your leader, Garrett Kinder, Jesse Necula, Josh Oswald, William Griffin, Eric Burkhalter, Charles Stevens, Adam Lang, Mickey Isaac, Brandon Wallace, Brandon Pollock, and Tyler Rice. Go check in on this battle for fourth place as Tracy Patterson's tire starting to give up just a little bit, and he has got a train of cars behind him. As Josh Oswald looking to the inside, he's going to bring Jesse Necula, Aaron Johnson, Garrett Kinder, and Aaron Adcock along with him. Tracy going to try to fight as hard as he can. It's going to be so tough. Drives it deep into 3 and 4. And Oswald has majority of his car. Tracy trying to just hang on. I think Josh is going to get him right here. Oh, Tracy drives it deep down on the outside. That's impressive. I thought for sure Oswald was going to clear him, but man, Tracy did an impressive drive down into 1 and 2. Usually that's a no man's zone, and then 3 and 4 he's going to push up a little bit, and he's still there. Man, Tracy is racing the hell out of him. I love it. He sees all them guys behind him, and he knows once that pass is complete, he has to fight Jesse Nicola getting loose. Man, these guys are racing. Kevin Kinder says, does it ever rain? It looks like these guys are racing like rain's coming. It does look that way. And man, look how everybody's sideways. That's the beauty of these cars. Man, Tracy passing. This is very impressive how he is holding off that 17. And you see the 17 getting loose, so the 17 definitely not just giving it up, you know, not just taking it easy, but able to make the pass now. So move Josh Oswald up into the 4th position. Aaron Johnson gonna go around the outside of Jesse Nicola while Nicola was trying to patiently wait for that battle between those two to kind of play out, as he had really nowhere to go. And that opened the door for Aaron Johnson on the outside, so he moves himself up into 6th place. Got a lot of potential hard charger nominees right here in the frame. Aaron Johnson, Garrett Kinder, Aaron Adcock. Aaron and Garrett up 11 spots. Adcock is up 13. You got Kyle Roberts and Stephen Gibson back here in 12th and 13th, also with 11 spots gained. But the battle right here is definitely in this little 5th through 11th. Been a lot of wrecks going on, but man, these guys have been able to hang on to it. There's some badass racing right here. That's what we love to see. Garrett Kinder, Jesse Nicola still battling. You know, this outside line is sort of a product of the tires not giving up as much as some tracks. You're able to make the outside work for longer. Usually the outside will just eat your tires alive. But, man, Garrett Kinder making that outside line work, and Aaron Johnson pulls down, and not really sure what's going on with him. He pulls back on track. Maybe a little respect there out of the 21/71, knowing that these are some playoff drivers. Just kind of moves over and lets them go. He looked intentional at least. If that was the case, man, props to him. That's a pretty nice little move there to allow these guys to race it out. Going board with Jason Warren, as we've seen him kind of get wild with it. See what it looks like on these really, really old left side tires. See, as the tires start to wear, you have to put a little bit more wheel into it than what we saw earlier. But still not that much. He's still using the brake to turn the car down in the corner. You don't really put that much wheel into it. Garrett Kendrick gets to the inside of Tracy Passons, and Jesse Nicola going to go along with him. As we are on lap 90 of 133, let's check in on our leader, Jonathan Cofield, who has a decent lead, but man, Jonah Colbert, 2.5 behind him. So Jonathan had about almost a 3-second lead earlier, but Jonah not letting him get too far away. So we'll go ahead and check the lap time, see what this looks like over the last 5 laps or so. Jonah been a little bit slower. Cofield really laying down some fast laps, fast, consistent laps, that's for sure. Go back and check some of this battle. The 12 car making his way back up through the field after that incident where he knocks down the inside wall. Looking good. Got himself a faster pair of some new tires. Pitted probably about 7 laps after everybody else. William Griffith's showing a lot of speed here. Just keep it out of the wall. Both walls, actually, outside and inside. He'll be all right. Well, it looks like Stephen Gibson's going to come down pit road. Don't know if this is scheduled or unscheduled. Got Eric Burkhalter in as well. So looks like maybe some scheduled pit stops. Guys trying to do a little bit of undercut pit a little bit early, but we'll see if that brings everybody else in as those two come in. Aaron Johnson comes in, so it looks like these are scheduled pit stops. These guys are going to have a pretty big tire advantage when they come out, so usually when people start pitting, you start to see the leaders start to follow suit. If Cofield comes down pit road, you better come on down. Tracy Passons gives up the, it's like 8th or 9th position. Bring that 91 machine down pit road. See the leader go by there. Jonah has been able to close that lead up a little bit. Let's bring that up one more time. You see, just slowly but surely. Cutting into that lead. Cofield having to work around lap traffic. There comes 31 of Jonah Colbert, gonna be able to get that undercut. Got to about 1.1 seconds of Cofield. Cofield will definitely be coming in this time by. And here you see him down on the apron. Not going to let Jonah get any extra time. So with those two drivers being as close as they were, every little second matters. Getting into your pit box just right. Pushing that speed limit as much as you can. Getting on and off pit road. All that matters whenever we're talking about the difference of 1.1 second. Slide through your pit stall. That's all she wrote. So everything's got to be perfect if you're Jonathan Cofield or Jonah Colbert. That gives lead off to Josh Oswald with Garrett Kinder right behind him, yet to make their pit stops. But pretty interesting to see them not be able to make it. Usually you can make it quite a while here. Seeing that most of them pitted on lap 32. A lot of times you can make it 100 laps. So we'll see what the whole strategy is. See if anybody's got an ace up their sleeve. We've got a couple guys. Brandon Wallace. He's going to win one of these races on pit strategy one of these days. But he pitted on lap 47. You got Mickey Isaac and Greg Barnett who pitted on lap 54, 53. And said Jonah Colbert crashed. Let's go back and see what happened. He takes the lead and then comes off the corner and is trying to save it and just can't get the damn thing to stop spinning. And oh my goodness, and that's frustrating. I tell you that is really, really frustrating. We'll go back and check that one more time. Comes out, he's got the lead. He's passing Cofield. Cofield coming out of pit road, and you see the 31 there is the 153 coming out. He's gonna have the lead, and then just gets on the gas on those new tires. And man, that thing is just will not straighten back up for Jonah. So pretty disappointing to see that. If you're Jonah Colbert, he sits on pit road. Maybe calling it a day, not real sure. But we go back to the leader on the track. That is Josh Oswald, but he is under fire from Garrett Kinder, who is all over his back bumper. These guys have yet to pit. Once the pit cycle around, it will be Jonathan Cofield, but there's still 14 drivers who have yet to hit pit road. So we'll see. We'll see if there's any strategy plays here, as we only have 25 laps to go. So if they can make it on fuel, you might be in trouble if you're Jonathan Cofield. Of course, a caution changes everything. As we got to pass to the lead here. Garrett Kinder goes to the inside of Oswald. They drag race down the front stretch going into turn 1 and 2. Kinder going to have that position, so Kinder takes over the lead. So I'm interested to see if these guys can make it all the way. Jonathan Cofield, at least one lap down. We'll see as the ticker goes through. How many laps down people who pitted are? Cofield is one lap down, Adam Lang 1 lap. So yeah, all those guys have pitted 1 lap down. So they're gonna have to come up here and drive up here and take. You see Cofield right behind Aaron Adcock here, trying to make his way, and Aaron not making it easy for him. And Cofield gonna sneak through there. So he's trying to get up there and unlap himself. That way if a caution comes out. Honestly, Cofield is in the lucky dog spot, but that puts you at the end of the longest line. You don't want to be there. You want to get up there and pass the leader, and that way if a caution comes out, you can come down pit. You'll be in good shape, and boy, he is. You see the speed difference. 22 laps to go. I'm just curious if we go green all the way and these two can make it. I just wonder how big a difference those tires are really going to make. I think he can probably go back around the track. Jonathan Cofield, we'll see what the lap times are. You just see the difference in speed here. And we'll see what his lap time is going to be Last lap, Garrett Kinder ran a 23.56. And coming to the stripe, we'll see what Jonathan Cofield's running. 22.7. So about 8 tenths faster, and he was passing. So we'll just give him a whole second at 23-second, 22-second laps. Oh, and caution is out. William Griffith and Aaron Adcock go around, along with Phil Hitman Monzo and everybody not coming to a stop. Caution is out. Well, let's just plow right through it. Good job. Car stopped in the track, guys. What are we doing? just slow down. Oh. Caution has been out for probably about 15 seconds. And we got guys still just plowing right into the back of people. But all that started with William Griffith, Aaron Adcock, and Phil Hitman Monzo. Let's go back and check and see what happens. Griff side by side with Adcock, gets a little bit loose, goes in the corner. Adcock gives him a little bump, gives him a secondary bump, and Adam Lang just finishes him off. And all three of them, Phil Hitman Monzo, just nowhere to go. And, man, car sitting in the track, man, what are we doing? Oh, my God. Ugh. Well, all right. Well, everybody that was on pit road, that is the beautiful thing for them, is they get to come down under caution. So the strategy play worked out for Josh Oswald, Garrett Kinder. And so they're going to come down, get tires with 18 laps to go, probably about 13, 14 laps to go. Cofield will have the lead. However, Oswald, Garrett Kinder are going to have 15 lap fresher tires. How big a difference is that going to make? We've already seen tires mean a whole lot, especially around the 30 lap mark. But what can Cofield do with 15 lap older tires? He really can't pit now. He would end up outside the top 15. He's kind of made his bed now, so we'll see what he can do. Luckily, he'll have the lead, so we'll have the ability to get a jump on the restart and get to about half a second, depending on how good these brand new tires can get locked up or get the rubber down. So if you're Cofield, you've been feeling good about your race all race long, have done everything right. Jonah Colbert, who was running you down, had made a mistake. That was your biggest competition right there. So in good shape, and man, that's just the heartbreaker racing. Even though he still has a pretty good chance to win this race, I think. It's just been so much faster than everybody else. But you know, 15 laps is a lot of laps on tires, and he was definitely putting the laps down, trying to make. He was definitely not saving. So those maybe a little bit extra on those tires. So we'll see what he can do. Like I said, that's the tough part about racing. Sometimes you do everything right and you get put behind the 8 ball. Well, we'll go ahead and give out the P&J Hard Luck Award to Jonah Colbert for that deal, coming out of pits, being able to try to take the lead away from Cofield and end up spinning out. So that's P&J Hard Luck Award winner. Paint of the night, you know what? I'm going to give it to Mickey Isaac. Congratulations on winning the best paint. Mickey Isaac in the 01 as we get ready to go green here. Cofield going to get a good jump here most likely. And he does. Gets a pretty good jump. Not as good as he normally has. Best thing he's got going for him right now is Garrett Kinder, Josh Oswald side by side. How hard are they going to fight each other? As Garrett Kinder going to drive down into the corner deep. Ooh, Oswald gets a little bit loose. Brand new tires. That'll do that to you. Brandon Wallace sneaking his way up in there too. Garrett Kinder now is free from the 17, so he can set his sights on the 153. Does he have a little bit extra? Is that 15-lap tire difference going to mean a whole bunch? We're going to find out. And oh, Brandon Wallace gets loose. Forgot his mission. He was supposed to take out the 17, and he tried to wreck to stay off the 17. But able to save it. Good car control there. 13 is starting to hunt the 153 down. 15 laps on tires making a difference, but man, I tell you what, that 153 is going to use every bit of the tire that's left on that car to hold off the 13 machine. And unfortunately for the 13, he doesn't have a whole lot of breathing room to make a mistake. He's going to go to the outside though, try to make it work. Cofield gets a good run off the corner. 13 a little bit loose. You can tell they're already hanging it out. Jesse Necula tries to drive down into the bottom of the 17. 17 shuts the door. As we watch this battle start to materialize, the 13 of Garrett Kinder would love to see Jesse Necula fight the 17 a little bit more, give him a little bit of breathing room to really set up a pass on the 153. As he looks down to the inside, Cofield gonna give him the inside. I can't believe it. That was definitely sort of, and Kinder gets a little bit loose off the corner. That was a real respectful move from the 153, kind of knowing that he was going to push it up there. He's going to try for the crossover, and Jonathan Cofield, big picture racing. It looks like, Cofield gets into the wall. He's going to get spun by the 84 as he gets into the wall. The 88 gets into the 84, and we are wrecking again. Peg leg Phelps, let's all just pile in there. Come on, guys. Yeah, there you go. It's hard to get these boats woed up. Man, I tell you what, Cofield goes around. Doesn't look like too much damage on the 153, but not what you want to see. Like I said, did everything right, just finds himself behind on the tire strategy. Let's go back and see that wreck again, as that was, there was a lot of layers to that one. Cofield, man, he gave a whole lot of room, gave a ton of room to Garrett Kinder, so I got to give him props. As you see Garrett Kinder do a little slide job. Cofield tries to cross over, couldn't quite make it, gets out of it, gets into the wall, and when he pulls it off the wall, similar to what happened to Griff, gets a little bumper there, and then, man. Hard to get these things woed up. Cofield drops back to 5th. A half spin, even though he didn't really hit anything, half spin's pretty tough on those tires, so he's got even a bigger hill to climb, but I don't know what happened to Josh Oswald. What happened to him? I completely missed this as I was watching Cofield. At 17 actually gets a little bit of bump there, and gets hit by the 12, and he's sitting sideways. So, I'm sorry. I completely missed this as I was watching the wreck behind him as the 17, Josh Oswald, goes around. He was running in second place at that point. Whew. I wouldn't consider this a short track, but it's definitely been short track racing tonight. So Garrett Kinder, Charles Stevens Jr. finds his way up into second place. Cofield's still in third. I guess the caution came out and clocked him at in third place. Chuck Pegleg Phelps, I feel like he's been involved in almost every wreck, but still in fourth, making his way up here into the top 5. Brandon Wallace, after that spin, too, in 5th. Well, we are getting down to the end of this one. 5 laps to go. We'll see if we get everything racked up in time if we're going to get a fake green-white checker or a real one. What I mean by fake is just the way the laps work out. It's basically the same as a green-white checker, but sometimes everything doesn't get lined up. iRacing will just default to an actual green-white checker. Let's see what it says. Yes, this will not be green-white checkered. So we still have 2 of those if needed. If you're Garrett Kinder, I think I think you're in the best spot. It's going to be really hard for anybody to have anything for you. Really, the only threat, based on what I've seen out of speed and tires, is just making a mistake. If he can hit his marks, I feel pretty good about 13 here. 13 gets a good jump here, does exactly what he needs to do. Get out, control the start of the race. And he goes down into turn 1 and 2 with the lead. Cofield right behind him. We'll see 12 of William Griffith into the wall. Two laps to go for the 13. You see the 153 trying to make the pass on Charles Stevens Jr. Just, man, those tires are worn out. Going to be tough. Let's check back here. It's some more action that's going on. Brandon Pollock, Tracy Passon's here. Oh, and I don't know what's going on back here with Jason Lotridge and Necula. White flag is out, though, for the 13 as he's going down into 1 and 2. Cofield and Stevens still side by side for second place. Who's going to come out ahead of this one? Garrett Kinder goes down in 3 and 4, and boy, he is going to sweep Friday night. Wins at Bristol at Xfinity Series, and is going to win here in the Lotridge Brake Pedal Arca Series at Richmond. And Charles Stevens with a great finish in second. Jonathan Cofield in third. Brandon Wallace in fourth. Chuck Pegleg Phelps in fifth. And William Griffith in sixth. So if you're keeping tabs on the Jason Lotridge Logan Sturgeon battle, we still have not been able to close this one out, as Jason Lotridge does finish ahead of Logan, and so he will continue this battle on down the line. All right, well, congratulations to our Ray Cobb Hard Charger Award winner. And let's go ahead and get into the Shappy Edits post-race interviews as we talk to our top 3, starting with Jonathan Cofield. Jonathan, is Eddie in the booth? You got me?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Well, third place doesn't really show what you brought to the table tonight, and I talked about it a little bit on the broadcast. But sometimes racing is just it's a mean old thing, and unfortunately for you tonight, it just kind of bad luck hit you there with the way those cautions and the pit strategy and stuff worked out. But that being said, I mean, you were the dominant car all race long, but that being said, with 15-lap older tires and these guys still able to hang on to a third-place finish. So talk about your race and what you were trying to do at the end to hang on there.
Yeah, it was a pretty uneventful race. I really didn't expect to qualify up front. Some of these guys was putting down some really fast practice time, and I don't really like this track a whole lot. I don't think it fits my style, but was really surprised that I qualified on the pole. Had a pretty good race going there. Got pulled out to a 2-second lead a couple times, and the pit straight right there toward the end, I couldn't figure out when I wanted to pit. And then I seen Jonah pit, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go in there. And I guess that strategy just messed me. I don't think Kendra and all them ever ended up pitting until that last caution.
Yeah. I mean, it just stayed out, and they got they were going to try that strategy. I mean, you're running second faster a lap than them on the old tires, and so I think you probably still would have caught them regardless of if the caution would have came out. So you were definitely screaming there. Um, but yeah, just that bad luck there, and it caught you with the lead with the old tires. What were you thinking there? Do you think maybe, man, 15 laps ain't so bad, or do you feel like maybe you were in trouble there?
Thought I was in trouble. I was watching Kinder behind me, and he was just on my tail. And I'm like, I'm gonna mess up. I'm gonna mess up. And I put it in the wall, and probably caused that last caution. If I did, I'm sorry, but I think it was just a racing deal. But yeah, I was trying my hardest to hold him off, and had a good side by side battle there to the finish for the 88. That was kind of fun racing side by side with him too.
Well, yes, sir. Well, all right. Well, who are your sponsors? Who you got to shout out tonight?
Uh, you for doing the broadcast. You do an awesome job. Lotridge brake pedals, flexible freight solutions, Cofield asphalt refinishing. My teammate Stephen McDonald, Michael Morrison. He's been a little busy. He ain't been able to race, but just everybody in this league's awesome guys. I know I say it every time, but lot of talent in here.
Well, all right, man. Well, you kind of set yourself up pretty good. You got to go to Vegas next week and get ready for the round of 8. But third place finish is a good start. Probably wanted to win, but third place pretty dang good. So expecting to see a lot more of you through the rest of these playoffs.
Yeah, third place. I'll definitely take it at a track I really wasn't expecting to have a good run at. I'm ready to go on to some bigger racetracks.
There you go. All right, man. Well, have a good night. We'll see you next week.
Thank you, sir. You too.
There's your third place finisher, Jonathan Cofield. Let's bring Charles Stevens Jr. in here with a great finish. Charles, Eddie in the booth. You got me?
I got you, Eddie.
Man, what a great finish tonight, man. Second place. Um, Man, tell me about your race. How'd you end up in second?
To be honest with you, I'm gonna say because of that last caution, I definitely didn't have enough fuel. I should say the couple of cautions before. I was actually probably within the next 2 or 3 laps of pitting when that caution came out because I didn't have enough. So that definitely gave me the fresh tires and I had the track position. And like I said, just kept digging and digging and just made up them spots out there. And
Yeah, man, that was awesome. It was awesome to see you and Cofield battling there on the last couple, last few laps. Well, I mean, coming into this, you were in the round of 12, and second place finish is going to put you solidly in the second or third place, just depending on how the points shake up. Going into the Vegas race to set the round of 8, you got to be feeling good after a finish like tonight.
I do. And Vegas is one of my favorite tracks, so I think I could do pretty good there. Hopefully get another podium and just keep ticking away into the final 4.
That's right. Well, all right, man. Well, congratulations on a great finish. You got to thank any sponsor shout outs?
Yeah, I just want to thank our main sponsor, Lotridge brake pedals, flexible freight solutions. That's a hard one to say. And just man, everyone in this league between you broadcasting and all the help that like you, Jonah, and Garrett gives me week in and week out and things like that. Man, they help me be a better driver. And like I said, at last but not least, my wife and son for allowing me to race, man.
Absolutely. Well, you have definitely gotten a lot better, man. You're just you're almost where you're gonna be winning races left and right. So I kind of feel it. So congratulations, man. Good race and good luck. And we'll hopefully be talking to you next week.
I hope so too, Eddie. I appreciate it, man.
Well, all right. Let's talk to our winner, Garrett Kinder. And Garrett, the city in the booth. You got me?
I got you, Eddie.
What's going on, man?
Oh, racing around Richmond, having a good time.
Yeah, just sweeping all of Friday night, man. Winning the Xfinity race at Bristol, and then come in here and pull a sneaky a little bit on Jonathan Cofield there. Caution kind of fell your way. Had about 15 lap fresher tires. You had to feel good lining up there on that not the restart before last, and had worked your way all the way through the field. I mean, you started 19th and had gotten all the way up towards the front. Tell me about your race, man. How'd it go?
Man, it was a pretty good race. Setup was kind of loose starting off, cold tires, but it really came to you, and you could really do some pretty neat things with the car on entry about rotating the car with the brake, and really you could really rotate it on exit, just kind of point the car where you wanted it to go on throttle, and it was just a lot of fun. Lot of hard racing. There was a pack of 5 of us there towards the middle part of the race that I didn't think we were ever gonna get separated from each other. It was just door to door, bumper to bumper. It seemed like through multiple laps. So it was a lot of fun working up through the field. Yeah, cautions definitely fell my way, especially that last one. Oswald and I were kind of talking, and I knew I didn't have anything for Cofield. Just I love starting in the back. Uh, it's just fun, these cars. So I knew that with how much he had a lead up there, if nothing else, I was gonna have to stay out and try, and I call it the Brandon Wallace technique: stay out as long as I could and just pray for a caution. And it worked out. Oswald ended up taking 2 tires. I took 4. So he was, I mean, so cold tires. He had hot lefts, so he had a little more grip and was able to hang with me for a minute. And then the catastrophe happened where a bunch of them got tangled up in some junk. But fun race. Charles Stevens, he was fun to race around all night. Cofield, whenever I got up to him, dude's fast, 100%. For 15 lap older tires, he was still very difficult to get around. So, big shout out to the entire field tonight, everybody in the playoffs. Hopefully, we can keep this momentum rolling a little bit.
Yeah, man, heading to Vegas. I don't really know. How do you feel about Vegas? You like that track?
Yeah, Vegas is fun. It's I consider it a momentum track more than anything. Just keep your speed up and try and make as many passes as you can. Don't try and pass on entry because you'll wash up into somebody, but try and get that speed down the exits and just fly. And it's a good time. I've had good and bad luck at Vegas, so we'll see how it goes.
All right, man. Well, who you got to thank? Sponsor shout outs. You know the deal.
Yeah, man, I got you. Got to thank Kinder Farm and Ranch for being on the car, along with Ratchet Speed Shop. Love having just everybody that watches the races. They stay up late even for this one, and we're watching it. My phone's still been going off, so absolutely love seeing that. Got to thank Big Frig and Cross 5 kettle coolers. If you want to keep your stuff hot and keep your stuff cold for cheaper and longer than anybody else, make sure you check out Big Frig and Cross 5 kettle coolers at bigfrig.com. Wolfpack Racing, or A Page over there, hell of a guy to know. If you don't know him, get to know him. Just super dude. And then all my teammates over at Reaper. A lot of fun. Looks like old B Wallace ended up P4, so good finish for him. Griff, after doing some gambling, I think with some tires early on, ended up P6. So, pretty good showing for the team. Can't complain about it. Got to thank you up in the booth. Lotridge brake pedals. I think as far as the whole Lotridge v Logan thing is going, I think it's 4-5 now in favor of Logan. But Lotridge came back with 2 wins tonight in that category. So shout out to that. It's getting interesting. Flexible Freight Solutions, Smil Racing Design, Shiba Inu Crypto, and then man, of course, like I said, up there in the booth. It's great watching these things back. I've got some races to watch tomorrow. I typically only go back and watch the races I do good in, so I've got 2 to go watch now. So
All right, man. Well, congratulations on the win, punching your ticket into the next round.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
Well, there you have it. Kind of give you an update on the points as they have updated. Garrett Kinder is your points leader. Jonathan Cofield second. Charles Stevens is third. William Griffith fourth, tied with Brandon Wallace. Brandon Pollock is sixth. Adam Lang seventh. Jesse Necula eighth. Mickey Isaac ninth. Josh Oswald 10th. Eric Burkhalter 11th. And Tyler Rice 12th. So a couple guys, Josh Oswald, Jesse Necula, Adam Lang, who are running up at the front, had some trouble there at the end. And got some work to do next week. Better start getting practice on Vegas right now. So, but there's your schedule right there. You see what we're going to do. Next week will be a cutoff race, and we'll drop it down to 8. We'll do a couple races, drop it down to Championship 4 at Homestead. So y'all be around for that. But we'll talk to you next time. See you later.